Great morning, everyone. We shuffle the cards here. Just see what they have to say. And the reading's going to be about, you know who. Because first things I got that are driving the reading are Playa, playing the field, not looking to settle, seeking options. We know he runs away every time down to Mar-a-Lago, go play golf, and he doesn't want to settle with the Democrats, and he continues to look for options, ways out. He needs some anger management. And then we have the obligation. You're a nuisance. I feel obligated to associate with you. This, I would say, has to be the other side or other people maybe that are surrounding him. It could be those close to him that they have to, in order to keep their positions, keep their payroll, they have to associate with him, but they are, coming to the point of his insanity is becoming more and more difficult to be around. So that's what we have going into it. So let's see what the cards have to say. First thing out, the reading's about, he's trying to hold on. And this is also about his greed, the greed that he's got. Now he's willing to give 40 billion or 40 million? I don't know exactly what it was. 40 something to, was it Argentina? And he's not willing to allow people here to eat. In Argentina, they're fighting for their lives. Here, everybody's rich. They've all got a money tree out there. They don't need it. And they're not supporting me. They're not voting for me. They're worthless. I think I can get more by, letting these other countries brown nose me, the leaders, to get money out of me. And that's much more satisfying to me than it is to feed people in this country, because I don't care about the little people. So, energy coming into it, light is being shed on this now. People are beginning to see just how corrupt he is, how greedy he is, what a failed person he is. And this is continuing to move. We have the Chariot. It's being driven by what? What he's trying to sell. Always trying to sell something. Sell something for greed. So what's going on today? We're in the midst of the struggle, the arguments. When it comes to actions about controlling the power and what's being built. The money, the structure of what's being built. The challenge is the long term. Long term, slow moving. And him again, potential outcome is about controlling. Controlling the money, controlling the wealth, long term. Above it, we want to get to a better place. Okay? His idea of getting to a better place is getting rid of immigrants, ferrying them out. Okay? But that is, again, his undoing. He doesn't care about people, but the swords are out, the truth is coming, and he is feeling even more pushed to the edge now because of his doings, and potential end on the horizon. Okay? His anger management, people around him are obligated to deal with him. And he, again, is continuing to look for options, doesn't want to settle, doesn't want to make things better for the American people. And he goes out, runs away, and goes to play golf. Okay? So nice. So let's go ahead and do the clarifying read and see what it has to say with all of this nonsense now. But yeah, he needs to start watching his back, because when he's got that anger, he needs anger management, and they're obligated. They're seeing him as a pain in the ass. He's a nuisance, but they feel obligated to associate with him. That's not a good position to be in, okay? That's not a good position to be in. So at the center of it all, we have about controlling the power. Having control of actions. Above it, blocking the truth. Not wanting to see anything, not wanting to take it in, not wanting to listen to anyone. And then we have being alone, this searching. Now, it could be also external investigations about his blocking truth, about actions that are being done. Also could be that he is in this alone in one way, that he's feeling a bit, people are not so wanting to engage in propping him up, brown-nosing him all the time, if you will. So on one side of it, we have what's being shared. Now, this could be the ongoing thing about medical. We have the caduceus there, sharing, trying to talk with this fool. Above it, this is his undoing. The wheel is turning. He's not willing to listen. He's out in the cold when it comes to this. And he wants to put people out in the cold. He doesn't care about them and their health care. He wants to take it away because he is delusional, doing things by dark of night, if you will. Moon madness with what's being shared, what's being offered up, what's being put out there. And it all comes from his dark machinations. There he is. We see what sides he's battling on, blocking truth, but the wheel is turning. And underneath of it all is the truth, the divine feminine, about how dark it is what he is offering up. Okay? And he is stuck in his mental drama. His mental drama is delusional, is what it's saying. He's being ruled by a delusional mind. And the dark drama, the devil, the controlling the actions to put people out in the cold. But the wheel is turning when it comes to controlling actions and the divine feminine coming in. Okay? And people are looking deeper at the things he's blocking. So let's see what we have underneath of it all. We have his lies, his spins, his drama, and they are coming to an end. The further we go, the more on edge he becomes. This is moving, wanting to get to a better place. This could also be maybe he's not in control of his mind anymore. It's what I'm feeling with this one. He is not, the mind is ruling him. Okay? As he's facing losses. Losses are coming when it comes to the long term. When it comes to what he's trying to sell. Things are being strengthened. When it comes to what's coming out in America, what's being birthed. He's becoming more battle-weary when it comes to the messages he's putting out and how he's trying to juggle economy And democracy, also he is ruled by his emotions. And there is an agreement now when it comes to Trump in leadership and the White House. People are not liking the harvest. The harvest is coming due now on what they're giving out, holding back, making people beg for, okay? And just this whole agenda of this anti-Christian Christianity. And I call it just what it is. It's the Antichrist movement. Okay? The Antichrist movement parading as Christianity, because the evidence, there is evidence out there to be given to justice. Okay? So justice, and he fears that justice, so he's doing all he can to block things. He's becoming more and more angry. People around him are you know, it's getting old having to deal with him. And watching him just, again, seeking options, not looking to settle when it comes to things in America. He'd rather give money away and hobnob with other leaders of other countries. It makes him feel important and special, okay? As long as he can get his little ego propped up, he would let everybody in America starve. And he's done more things, again, to increase the wealth of the wealthy. When it comes to reporting taxes, etc., he's just done another drama so that they can keep even more money and we have even less money to fund the government. If the rich paid their actual taxes, we would fund the government, we would have money for food, we'd have money for health care, there would be more jobs incoming, rather than his continuing to ruin the economy, all with the aim of making it better for his wealthy friends so they can party hardy. So on that note, I'm just going to leave that here. He's a despicable, dark person, but his days are numbered. Like I said, he's got vascular dementia. That's why they're doing the MRIs. That's why they're, you know, he's getting these infusions and getting MRI and taking dementia tests, which he thinks are IQ tests, which are so difficult. They're not difficult, okay? I saw one of those tests, took that test, and it was like nothing, and he thinks that it's some big major accomplishment. That should tell you all you need to know about where he's at mentally. When trying to scoot by in a dementia test and you think you're the most brilliant thing on the planet. Ooh. And just his standing there, like somebody pulled the plug the other day. He was not scripted, something that was not in the normal thing, and you could see what happened to him. He was just blank, no clue, just standing there like, you know. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online.